Ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their goals effortlessly while others struggle? The secret lies not in the sheer effort or blind luck, but in the power of effective goal setting. Goals, when set right, can be the beacon that guides us through the stormy seas of life's challenges towards the island of success. Imagine a ship setting sail without a destination. It would be at the mercy of the waves and winds going wherever they take it. But if the ship has a destination, its course can be adjusted according to the winds and currents, ensuring it reaches its intended destination. That's the power of having a goal. It's the same with our lives. Without a goal, we may find ourselves drifting aimlessly, tossed about by the whims of circumstances. But when we set a goal, we give our lives direction and purpose. We have something to strive for, something to motivate us, and something to measure our progress against. But setting goals is not just about choosing a destination. It's about understanding where you are now, where you want to be, and the steps you need to take to get there. It's about breaking down the big picture into manageable, bite-sized pieces. It's about making your dreams tangible and achievable. In this video, we'll explore the art of setting goals and the strategies to stay motivated to achieve them. We'll delve into the power of SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, and how they can transform your dreams into realities. We'll also discuss how to fuel your motivation and overcome the obstacles that may come your way. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish, and a plan without action is just a dream. But a goal with a plan and the will to act, now that's a recipe for success. So, are you ready to dive into the world of effective goal setting and relentless motivation? Let's embark on this journey together. Setting goals is not just about declaring your desires. It's an art that requires precision and thoughtfulness. Now you may wonder, how does one master this art? The answer lies in the SMART goal-setting technique. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in shaping a goal that is clear, realistic, and ultimately attainable. Let's begin with specific. A specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general one. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," try, "I want to cut down on sugar and exercise thrice a week." The more specific your goal, the clearer the path to achieving it. Next, we have measurable. Goals need to be quantifiable. They should allow you to track your progress and keep you motivated. For example, instead of aiming to read more, set a goal to read 2 books a month. The achievable aspect encourages us to aim high, yet within the bounds of possibility. There's no point setting a goal to become a billionaire in a month. It's far better to aim for something challenging, yet achievable, like saving 10% of my income every month. Relevant reminds us that our goals should align with our broader life objectives. If you're passionate about the environment, a relevant goal could be to plant 20 trees every year. Finally, time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline. It creates a sense of urgency and propels us to act. So instead of saying, "I will learn to play the guitar," say, "I will learn to play 3 songs on the guitar by the end of this year." Remember, a well-defined goal is half the battle won. With SMART goals, you set the stage for success. So let's get specific, make it measurable, aim for achievable, ensure it's relevant, and bind it with time. That's the art of setting goals, the SMART way. Now that we have our goals, how do we stay driven to achieve them? This, my friends, is where motivation comes into play. Motivation, the fuel that propels us towards our goals, comes in 2 forms: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is that which comes from within, driven by personal satisfaction and the joy of the task itself. On the other hand, extrinsic motivation is driven by external rewards, such as money, praise, or recognition. While both forms of motivation are important, intrinsic motivation often proves more powerful for long-term success. It's the difference between wanting to write a novel because you love the art of storytelling and wanting to write a novel to make it to the bestseller list. The former will keep you going during the late nights, the rewrites, and the moments of self-doubt. So how do we cultivate this intrinsic motivation? Start by identifying why you want to achieve your goals. If your reasons are deeply personal and tied to your values, you're on the right track. Next, break your goal into smaller tasks that are enjoyable and rewarding in themselves. This makes the journey towards the goal as fulfilling as the goal itself. Now let's introduce the concept of motivational triggers. These are cues that remind you why you're working towards your goal and reignite your motivation. They could be a phrase, an image, a song, or even a particular smell. For instance, if you're training for a marathon, your motivational trigger could be the sound of running shoes hitting the pavement. Use these triggers strategically. Place them where you'll encounter them during your day, especially at times when you might need a motivational boost. They serve as a reminder of your goal and the reasons behind it, helping to keep your motivation high even when the going gets tough. Remember, motivation isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process that needs nurturing and attention. But with intrinsic motivation and the right triggers in place, you'll find the strength to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. Harness the power of motivation and watch as your goals turn into achievements. Even with well-set goals and motivation, obstacles will arise. It's not the presence of obstacles, but how we tackle them that defines our journey. The path to achieving our goals is often strewn with obstacles. These can range from external factors such as economic challenges and societal pressures to internal battles like self-doubt and lack of discipline. It's a universal truth that we all face hurdles, but it's also true that we possess the power to overcome them. The first weapon in your arsenal is resilience. It's the ability to bounce back from failures and setbacks, to dust yourself off and get back on your feet. Resilience isn't about avoiding obstacles, but rather learning from them and growing stronger. It's about understanding that failure isn't the opposite of success, but a part of it. So when you stumble, remember to rise again with renewed determination. Next, we have problem solving, a crucial skill that involves identifying an obstacle, understanding its nature, and then devising a strategy to overcome it. Problem solving is about breaking down a large obstacle into smaller, manageable chunks. It's about approaching a challenge with a level-headed and analytical mindset. Remember, every problem has a solution, and sometimes it requires a different perspective to see it. Lastly, there's seeking support. We humans are social creatures and we thrive in communities. If you're stuck, don't hesitate to reach out to mentors, friends, or support groups. They can provide a fresh perspective, practical advice, or just a listening ear. Remember, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, but of strength and wisdom. So as you embark on this journey towards your goals, remember these 3 strategies: resilience, problem solving, and seeking support. Use them as tools to navigate through your obstacles. Remember, every obstacle is a stepping stone towards your goal. Embrace them, overcome them, and move forward. As we near the end of our journey, let's quickly recap what we've learned. We embarked on this journey understanding the sheer power of goals. Goals, as we learned, are not mere wishes, but they are the beacon that guides us, the compass that points us in the direction of our dreams. They are the stepping stones that help us bridge the gap between where we are and where we aspire to be. We then delved into the art of setting goals, not just any goals, but SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We learned that a well-defined goal is like a well-drawn map. It reduces confusion, minimizes detours, and accelerates our journey towards our destination. It's not enough to want to climb a mountain. We must know which mountain to climb, by when and how. From there, we moved on to the fuel that propels us forward: motivation. We discovered the dual engines of motivation: intrinsic motivation, which springs from within us, and motivational triggers, which are external factors that can spark our drive. We also explored different strategies to stoke these fires of motivation to ensure that we keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Then, we tackled the inevitable hurdles and challenges that stand in our way. We learned that obstacles are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. They are opportunities for us to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. We learned that the key to overcoming obstacles is not to avoid them, but to face them, to use them as stepping stones to reach our goals. As we conclude, let's remember this: effective goal setting is not an event, but a journey. It requires patience, perseverance, and faith in our abilities. It demands that we stay motivated, that we keep pushing forward, even in the face of adversity. And most importantly, it calls for courage. The courage to dream, to aspire and to strive. With effective goal setting and relentless motivation, the world is yours to conquer. Now, go forth and achieve your dreams.